Hi everyone, Attorney Rachel Kelley here with another Family Law Friday. This week, continuing to talk about grandparenting time. So we do get a lot of calls from grandparents where we meet with grandparents and we talk about, the situations that their families are in and whether they have the required things necessary to qualify for a grandparenting time claim, which is when you're going to come before the court and ask the court to allow you as a grandparent to exercise grandparenting time, otherwise known as like visitation, with these kids. So there was a recently published decision by the Michigan Court of Appeals on September the 10th of 2025 that says that presuming you meet the statutory sort of initial burden to file a grandparenting time case, which there are requirements that must be in place before you can even file that case. But if you meet those requirements and you have pledged your case and you have included affidavits in support of your case, which means, you've sent sworn statements to the court, then you are entitled to an evidentiary hearing. I like to refer to all evidentiary hearings as trials because for non-lawyers, the difference between a trial and an evidentiary hearing really is very minimal. It doesn't matter. But basically what the Court of Appeals is saying, as long as you kind of have the initial burden to just make the filing and you attach the appropriate things to the motions that you filed in court, then the court is obligated to hear you. So you are going to have a trial on your case. And that's good news for grandparents because prior to this case law, it would be very routine in some counties for courts to simply say, yeah, listen, the burden of proof is really high here. And so based on what we're seeing, we're just not even going to let you have that trial. Now they're saying, well, it doesn't matter. You're allowed to have the trial. You may not win, but you're allowed to have your trial. And so that's a really good thing for grandparents who want grandparenting time in the state of Michigan. If you have a situation like this and you need some assistance, please give our office a call. We're here to help in 21 counties across the state.